What's up, guys? JR Raymond back again, coming to you from Classic Lanes here in Rochester Hills, Michigan. And it may be the very last time you see me here, or at least for, what is it, 3 weeks that we're shut down for. So I'm gonna try to get as many videos done today and then tomorrow before the shutdown on Wednesday. So if you're watching this, today is Monday, and these will be posted throughout the week. Hopefully I get enough done that can be done for the next couple of weeks. But for now, today, first up, we're going to do that Black Widow 2.0. I'm going to take it out here on elite condition. Now, it does have some games on it, so it may not be exactly perfect. It won't be on a fresh condition. It's got a couple of games, like I said, so it's going to look a little different than what you would see on a fresh condition. So maybe later down the road, either I'll go to Toledo or I'll go somewhere and do a fresh condition for these bowling balls. But for today, you get to see them on a little bit of a transition lane. So we're going to take it out here in 1 minute. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. We're gonna take this Black Widow 2.0. You can see the layout on it. Puts the pin just below my bridge. CG kicked out, mass bias, a little bit lower than I would have actually liked it. I probably should have thought about it a little bit more when I laid this thing out, but that's okay. Longer pin, so it puts that mass bias below my thumb to the right. Probably can't see it in the picture. But all right, we'll try. I'm on a beat up pattern. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but it's probably going to hook quite a bit. I'm going to try to get to that 9-10 area. That's a good way to start a video right there with a Stone 8. Now the problem is you could see immediately that hooked off my hand. You know, so with however much league play was on here and however much open play, I did throw a few shots warming up here, so it doesn't hook a ton down lane. I threw a couple different balls, the Black Widow included, but what impressed me is the Black Widow still found a way to go through the pins. As I say that, I leave a Stone 8, but you know what I mean. Went through the pins pretty well as far as even with carry down lane. So you saw that at 10, and that's after league bowling and stuff. So I'll try and move a few more right. See if I can't get to 7, 8. That one overhooked. That one overhooked, so that one definitely hit the lane and it just went dead left. So I have to pull a fudge knuckler out to get it to go through there. See if I can't get it to go a little bit straighter here. We got it to go straighter. It just wanted to quit on me. So I don't know how well that's gonna look for people playing straighter, but again, we're on a beat up pattern, so it's not gonna, you're not gonna see it screaming down lane on this. So we're gonna have to, we'll do this review again, obviously, once I have a place. I might have to take it down to Toledo and go see Keith at Shotmakers. And we will, we'll throw this ball a few times down there on a fresh pattern. Maybe later this week, whatever day this video is airing, I'm not sure. All right, let's try to get to 14, 15, see if it overhooks or what it's gonna do. Okay. I mean, it's hard to say whether I like that or not, just because I'm watching the ball hit the lane and hook immediately because of what we're bowling on. But the fact that it's hooking immediately and still finding a way to go through the pins down lane, that's generally a pretty good sign. So I'll go 4 left. So this will be 4 and 2. Oh, I got that one forward. Ooh, that one shouldn't have carried. That one should not have struck. That was thumb forward. Didn't get my hand through it properly, but it still found a way to get through the pins. And if you remember the Black Widow from back in the day, or at least for me, I felt like I could use the original Black Widow anywhere on the lane. Like, it didn't matter. It was always the first ball out of my bag. and it stayed in my hands the entire time. And when this ball came out was my freshman year in college at Saginaw Valley. So I drilled like 2 or 3 of them, and then I went to tryouts with them, and we used them. The problem was back in the day, they wore out so fast. They didn't last very long. So I got, 20, 30, maybe 40 games at most out of them before they died out on me, and I felt like they just kind of went straight. So hopefully these don't do it, being made by the Brunswick family. But all right, now we're getting a little further left into like that 18, 19 area. Yep. Oh, it's got to be the core. I mean, it must be the core because it reminds me so much of, we'll call it the legend, that Black Widow legend, and the original Black Widow. I think the solidness of this cover is what reminds me of the Black Widow, the original Black Widow. If I shine it like I did my legends, I bet you it's exactly like the legends. So as of right now, I'd say they did a pretty good job, matching the technology that we saw out of the Black Widows before to what we have now. If I keep going left and it still goes through the pins on this transitional lane, beat up lane, we're in a really good shape. Oh, that's left. Wow.
That looked good.
That was great. That was really good. I mean, it bat off my hand, but the ball made up for it. It corrected me. That's good news. That is really good news. I'll show you, actually, what I used to like to do with these. This is when I had my legends. I had one pin up and one just like this one pinned down. My favorite thing to do was to get right in this part of the lane, kind of just jam it straight up the lane, and it would always just sit there for me. Let's see if this one does it. I was always able to do that. No, it didn't matter what the pattern was, it seemed, unless it was a super short pattern. If it was super short, obviously I just paralleled everything to the right. But on most patterns, anything from like 37 to 45 feet, I could sit right in that spot, at 12, 13, 14 with this ball, and it would always sit there. I don't know if it's just this core in me that likes each other. This is like one of the only asymmetric balls I've probably ever drilled that I've always been in love with. All right, we'll get against ball return and get into that 22, 23 range and really test her out. That's where we run into trouble with the asymmetric. So that one you could see, that one didn't roll off the back of the pattern. That one actually kind of gave you that hook stop type look, the hockey stick type thing. So that's not what we're looking for when we get that far left. Yeah, so the only way to combat that is to try to get around it more, to make it roll around it and see if we can't. Instead of being so rolly up the back, if you roll around it, you can get it to finish down lane a little bit better. Hopefully it doesn't make it hook stop more, but I'll stay in the same spot and maybe I'll even tuck my pinky and just see what it does. Oh, that's dead right. Don't throw it there. I got my pinky tucked there, but it ain't gonna hook from there. That was awful. But that's the beauty of my reviews. You get to see all these bad shots instead of just clipping out the good ones. All right, let's try that again. Try not to suck. All right. Better. So that delayed it a little bit, but it still didn't quite get it to go through the pins enough. So I might have to I'm gonna get in front of the ball return and see if it'll do the right thing there. But as of right now, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a lot like my legends when they basically wanted me to play straighter, and going around the lane was never very good for them. So I shouldn't say never. They were usually okay on most parts of the lane, but they were really good playing straighter. And I kind of had to do like what I'm doing now and manipulate it a little bit to get it to do the right thing in the middle of the lanes. Kind of stoppy. That's in front of the ball return. I don't know. Let's talk about it. All right, so there we go. So that's the Black Widow 2.0 on a beat-up condition. So it doesn't give you exactly what you want to see on a fresh condition. On a fresh condition, it's probably going to be a little bit different. I'm actually concerned on a fresh condition, it might be a little too hook stoppy. It might hook too much and stop a little bit down lane going through the pins. But on this, it does exactly what I was hoping for. It did exactly like what I remember out of the Legends. Being able to go straighter and get into that, just left of the track area. It's going to be really good, I would say 10 to about 20. As you start going left of 20, that's where I start seeing a little bit of hook stop out of it, and I don't like seeing that. But that's what I remember out of them before, so that's a good sign for anybody that really liked these balls from before. This is reacting an awful lot like that. So with cover stock being a little bit stronger, maybe I can shine it up and it'll be just like those Legends playing straighter, I don't know. I'm gonna ask for another one so I can get a pin up one. So we'll see if they send it to me or not, and then we'll compare the two. But until next time, that's all I got for you. Make sure to hit that subscribe, like, comment below. Comment what you remember of the Black Widow before, and then what you think is similar about this one down here. So let me know what you think. Otherwise, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later. Take care.